guys, bbbbbbttttt, back once again for finally, it's been a while since I've done a video, my Elimination Chamber review. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about the last few Raws and SmackDown last night. Well, 2 Raws and 1 SmackDown. So let's get started. As you see, my shirt right here, these skulls. Maybe one of them might be, yeah, I'm just kidding. That was a corny joke. Whatever. So I'll start off with 22111. Of course, the promos that we're building for weeks, of like 3 or 4 weeks. Since after the Royal Rumble, and before I get to the 22111 thing, well, I'll just start from the very beginning of the show. There was a countdown, thing, and I thought it was weird that it was at 10. I was thinking they'd do it at the end of the show, before the show, but yeah, that countdown pumped me up. Let's see, they had, then at the beginning, John Cena came out, and he responded to what The Rock said about him. Oh, he pwned The Rock pretty bad, actually. But then, Raw last week, Rock came back. I'll talk about that later. Yeah, he pwned The Rock pretty bad, I have to say. He said, oh, you just got, I can't remember the jokes that well. He said something fairy with a tooth. Oh, I wish I could remember the jokes he said, but yeah, there are a lot of good things. I actually laughed. Like he said, you'll be polishing my balls, and you're not gonna whoop my candy. Well, I almost actually said the A word. I can't say it because I'm 11, but you're not gonna whoop my candy. You're gonna kiss it. Yeah, that was a pretty cool comeback. Yeah, they've been having, a verbal feud, so hopefully they'll have a match sometime. I don't think it's not going to be at WrestleMania because Cena's facing Miz at Mania, but hopefully it'll be sometime soon. No, well, probably SummerSlam or something. That'd be cool. But I don't know if Rock would wrestle at SummerSlam. If he wouldn't, he would wrestle at another thing. Well, SummerSlam's a big event too, so yeah, hopefully we can see that match sometime. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is then after that it was CM Punk versus John Morrison, a decent match. They were both hurt from the chamber, so it was a pretty equal match. Punk wins. Yeah, Morrison wasn't on last week, so I don't know. But I don't know what they're going to do with him for WrestleMania. I was thinking if Miz lost the title, then it'd be him versus Miz in a street fight or something at WrestleMania. Yeah, that, how I said a while ago I was going to do a dream card. That was actually one of the matches on it. And also, I'm not going to do the dream card anymore because it's kind of too late. The match is already announced and everything. I had Edge vs. Christian, a TLC match. I had, I think, John Cena versus Undertaker, Triple H versus Sheamus, even though it would be kind of lame. It would be okay, I thought, because they had a year-long build-up. I had Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho, and yeah, the Money in the Bank with Alberto winning. I had Jay O'Brien, Rey Mysterio in there, and then a pre-match battle royal stuff. Yeah, those were some of the matches I would have put on my dream card. Oh yeah, and CM Punk versus Wade Barrett, the Nexus vs. Core match. So yeah, what else? Okay, yeah, I got sidetracked a little right there, but then of course 22111. They had the Divas match. I don't remember it. Then of course they have the 25. I was getting so pumped up when they had when they was down to 25. Oh gosh, that was exciting. And then they would put the little timer in the corner. So that got me pumped up because I knew it was gonna be Undertaker because yeah, he's my favorite of all time. He is the man. And well, what actually happened shocked me. He comes out, and I guess his new theme is "Ain't no grave for my body down" that thing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Because I'm just so used to him coming out with a dung. Yeah, it's weird coming out with a new theme song. That'd be kind of like if Shawn Michaels came out to something different than Sexy Boy. That'd be kind of weird. But I guess it's kind of cool that they're switching it up a little bit. But yeah, so Undertaker comes out. I'm marking out, of course. Well, not really marking out because I knew it was going to be him, but I'm pumped. I'm cheering really loud. And then what happens? He doesn't even say a word, and then Triple H's music hits. Oh my God, I was completely and utterly shocked by that. Um, wow, I was just blown away. I did not expect that. I thought if anybody else was going to come out, it'd be Sting, which I didn't think was going to happen, but, you know, a lot of people said that would have been cool, too. If we had Undertaker Sting at Mania, that's a dream match of mine and pretty much everybody else's. Same thing with Cena versus Rock, that's a dream match of mine and everybody else's pretty much. Let's see. And then, so, yeah, they don't even say a word to each other. They just look at each other. They look at the WrestleMania logo. Undertaker starts to walk away. Then he comes back up and does that. And then Triple H does the suck it. So, yeah. Then they go on commercial break. I mean, it was cool because I'm really excited about seeing Triple H and Undertaker at WrestleMania. It might not be as good as far as match quality as wait, one second. Okay. It might not be as good as match quality as Triple H as Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. You know, those are my two favorite matches of all time, probably. But it's still, I think it should be a great match, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see it. It's probably gonna be like a streak versus career thing again, maybe, or career versus career, because Undertaker said on SmackDown that if the streak ends, he ends, whatever. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for Triple H versus Undertaker at Mania. That should be, and the Rock's gets hosting, so right there, just the fact that it's WrestleMania, I'll order it anyway. And those two things make it worth the money. So yeah, that should be cool. And then I forget, there's probably something else in Raw that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, there's that right after that, Sheamus versus Mark Henry, and Sheamus loses to Mark Henry. I don't like Sheamus. I'm really not a big fan of Sheamus, but he's like an up-and-coming star. He shouldn't be losing to Mark Henry. That's really stupid. But in the main event, then it's Cena and Miz versus the Core. I actually like the Core stable. I think they're pretty good. But yeah, I like how they have like the leader Wade Barrett, even though they say they're all equals. And then the powerhouse Ezekiel Jackson, and they have like a little tag team in there with Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater, of course. Yeah, you know, it wasn't that good of a match, but I was thinking that like Miz would cost Cena the match or something, but they won, which ended up happening, but they won, which I was surprised. You know, the tag titles don't mean jack squat anymore. They used to mean a lot, but yeah, the tag division just has like no tag teams. It was starting to go up a little bit like a year or two ago. Yeah, about a year or two ago, it was starting to get decent, but yeah, there's like literally no tag teams besides Tino and the Core. There's really absolutely like no tag teams. It sucks. But yeah, and then you know the Miz, they have the Core invokes a rematch clause, and Miz cost Cena the titles then. So for a sec, Miz was WWE and tag team champions. Wow, he's getting, you know, he's becoming a big star. So yeah, that was pretty cool. They're really building up the Cena Miz match. That might be. I don't want it to be the main event, but I think the main event should definitely be Undertaker versus Triple H. So yeah, that is it for 2011 Raw. So now moving on. I just need to rest my voice for a sec because I have 2 more shows to review. Now the Raw the next week. But I don't even remember the SmackDown after that. Not much happened, I don't think. Oh yeah, besides Vicky Guerrero getting fired, that's the only notable thing. So she'll probably be back soon, but yeah, it was kind of funny. Edge dancing, that's not a pretty sight. But then next week on Raw, you know, it was kind of like just a promo show pretty much, or barely any matches. So at the beginning, you know, Triple H comes out, talks about, he actually got me a little more pumped up than I already was for the Triple H Undertaker match. You know, he actually got a pretty good promo, and then Sheamus interrupts him, and Sheamus gets buried again. Which, yeah, I like Triple H, but he buries people a lot. Sheamus runs into. I would have liked them to actually brawl a little bit, then maybe Triple H could come out on top, but no. Sheamus just comes in the ring, hits the boat, and pedigree through a table. So, and then they take a commercial. Sheamus is still lying there. The GM calls in, and then they say there's going to be someone returning to Raw, and I was thinking the first thing that came to mind was Evan Bourne, and you know it was only like 4 seconds, so I couldn't really think. But you actually kind of guessed it was gonna be Evan Bourne, which it was, and Evan Bourne picks up the win over Sheamus. So yeah, Sheamus' joke getting destroyed, and Daniel Bryan's kind of getting squashed too. So maybe they'll have a match between them at WrestleMania since they both have nothing to do. Even though Daniel Bryan's United States champion, I don't know. So yeah, what else has happened on Raw? What I'm trying to think. Yeah, there were a lot of promos. You know, Randy Orton and CM Punk. They're building that up. They said if Randy Orton beats each member of Nexus, then they're gonna have then they'll be banned from ringside. What I think is gonna happen, this is something I thought up, that Randy Orton will beat them all, and then it'll be Randy Orton with CM Punk. But then Punk will bring down to the ring Husky Harris, because remember he's still part of Nexus. And Orton would have never beaten him, so he'll still have backup. That's just an idea that popped into my head. Let's see what else. Can't really think of anything. Oh yeah, Shawn Michaels talked about. But I'm saving the thing with Cena and the thing about Cena and Rock last. Shawn Michaels come on and talked about the Undertaker Triple H match, kind of interesting. Then The Rock comes on. I thought when they were building it up like he was gonna come out in the ring, which would have been awesome if he came out in the ring again. But he was on the thing, of course, you know, with all the belts behind him, the widescreen. And yeah, he was kind of funny. He had the Cena gear off, and he was like, I gotta take this crap off, you know. So it was, yeah, he was funny. It was actually really intense. He called Cena Yabba Dabba. Yeah, B word. That was funny too. Yeah. So hopefully they have a match, you know. Cena, Rock actually kind of did a pretty good comeback on Cena. So yeah, and it's not really fair to say who won round one because, you know, because they always come back and pwn each other. It's like you can't the Cena round 2 is gonna be won by Cena too because he'll come back because then Rock will go first, you know, for round 3. So it's not really. Well, I don't even know if they're gonna continue it. Hopefully they'll have like a face-to-face confrontation. And that would be cool, really cool. Oh my gosh, I just want to see that so bad. But they'll probably do it eventually. But I don't think they're gonna have a match. Sadly, it sucks. But then you have Cena, and Miz do a little segment, whatever. And then it's Cena versus Alex Riley in a cage match. Oh yeah, the Cena Miz thing was actually a tad bit funny, you know. Cena's jokes are, you know, some are corny, some are kind of funny. They're not like The Rock's jokes. All The Rock's jokes are hilarious usually. So yeah, it was. And then if Alex Riley lost, Miz would have to fire him from being his like servant. So yeah, they actually had a decent cage match, you know, whatever. And Super Cena gets the win, of course. Cena Nation, yeah. He always wins. It gets annoying, but yeah. So him and Miz are building up a good thing. You know, at one point Miz slipped in his BlackBerry, so it was kind of funny. And he took like a picture of Cena against the cage. Yeah, it was a decent cage match. Cena gets out, and then Miz skull crushing finales him. And yeah, oh yeah, and before the match, Miz skull crushing finale Daniel Bryan was just randomly coming to the ring. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm kind of like in the build between Miz and Cena. Yeah, it should be a watchable match. But Miz is gonna be a huge underdog though, even though he's champion. Everybody's gonna pick Cena to win. But yeah, you never know though because in the triple threat match at WrestleMania 24 with Cena, Triple H, and Orton, everyone was expecting either Cena or Triple H to win, and I actually watched that live. That was my first WrestleMania I saw live since I started watching wrestling in July 2000, like summertime around 2007, July to be specific. And WrestleMania 24, nobody expected Randy Orton to win, and he did. So you never really know. So yeah, maybe Miz will get the win, but I doubt it. So pretty good Raw, you know, but there weren't that much actual in-ring action, but there were a lot of good promos. So moving on to SmackDown, you know, there's not really that much I want to talk about. It's just pretty much Undertaker returning, which was cool. And then there was Edge vs. Drew McIntyre, you know.